We have breaking news to start. Chinese space authorities have announced the successful launch of the first shipments of cargo headed for the core module of their new space station.
现在我宣布，此次发射取得圆满成功。
The Tianzhou-2 spacecraft was launched just before 9 p.m. Beijing time, that's 1 p.m. GMT. It's transferring propellant and supplies to support future manned missions. Tianzhou-2 is the second of 11 missions needed to complete China's first self-developed space station. The core module of the space station was launched last month. Now, we spoke earlier to Yang Yuguang from the China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation. He told us about the Tianzhou-2 spacecraft and the preparations and challenges ahead.
Well, you see that the docking and rendezvous is very, very complex. You see the basic condition for the docking between the Tianhe-1 core module and the Tianzhou-2 spacecraft. The basic requirement is that they must get into the same orbital plane. So we only have the launch window when the launch site is passing through the orbital plane of the Tianhe-1. So that is what we call the zero launch window, which means that the accuracy of the launch time, the liftoff, must be better than 1 second. So you can see how critical it is. And after they have come into the same orbital plane, usually they are not in the same position. So that is the reason that you have already described or repeated the parameters or the orbital parameters of Tianzhou-2. You see it's a little bit lower than the Tianhe-1, which means that it's orbiting the Earth faster than the Tianhe-1. So this makes it a chance of chasing the Tianhe-1 core module closer and closer. And once they have come into a distance less than 50 kilometers, they will use the instruments such as the rendezvous and the docking radar, and also the LiDAR, and also other optical sensors to measure the relative distance, relative angle, and other parameters. So this will be another critical stage. Although we've already mastered this technology and performed many times, but still it is very risky and very dangerous. So we will have automatic docking by the Tianzhou-2 spacecraft as the active one, and the Tianhe-1 core module as the inactive one, and they dock together automatically.
Following the launch, China Media Group interviewed an official from the launch center as well as the chief designer of the Long March 7 rocket. Let's take a listen.
Regarding this time, the zero window launch, so for the launch side, what kind of the preparation work have you done?
So this time, actually, we think from the planning, because it's the zero launch window, so we need to break it down to all the subsystems, and we also have the different plans in preparation, make sure that the small problems can be solved right away, make sure that we can hit the launch window. And what kind of the following work do you have here at the winter launch set? So far, we talk about the core module launch, actually a key launch mission. So every time, actually, we had a lot of plannings and preparation work ahead. And this year, we also have the next cargo ship, and also in the pipeline in our plan already. So right now we need to follow our plans and first restore the launch site, and then leave enough space to welcome the next cargo ship. And then they come to us is the Mr. Cheng Tangbing, is the chief designer for Long March 7. So my question is how do you evaluate the launch mission performed by Long March 7? To myself, I'm very satisfied. And we can say that the Long March 7 has successfully sent the cargo ship Tianzhou-2 to the planned orbit. I believe that creates a favorable condition for rendezvous and docking. And also we laid a solid foundation for the following the establishment of China's space station. I could tell it's a very successful launch mission. And that's 4 years later this time. That's during the building of the space station, we launched this applied mission. So after these 4 years, and we see that Long March 7 performed the mission again. What kind of preparation have you done during that 4 years? So in these 4 years, we improved the technologies, we streamlined the working process. All we have done in the past to increase the reliability, and also that we do everything to meet the need of the space station launch and the cargo ship launch. And what kind of the following up work do you have? Very soon, we'll have the next mission. Success belongs to the past. We should look forward to make sure that we'll do a good job to each and every mission.
CMG's Dong Qian spoke with Professor Yang Hong from the China Academy of Space Technology. Now, he's the chief designer of China's space station, as well as the chief designer of the Tianhe core module. Professor Yang told us about the next step of the space station's construction.
After the Tianzhou-2 cargo ship delivers resupplies to the core module of China's space station, the Shenzhou-12 manned spaceship will be launched. A crew of 3 will become the first team of astronauts stationed in the Tianhe core module for a 3-month sojourn in orbit.
神舟飞船把航天员运上去，进行在轨的关键技术验证阶段，一共要发送2个天舟货运飞船，2艘神舟飞船，在完成关键技术的验证。
要试验2次。
对，一次呢航天员驻留3个月，另外一次的话航天员驻留6个月。这样的话呢，来验证我们核心舱的在轨的关键技术。在关键技术验证完以后的话，要在轨进行评估，评估说可以进行建造了，那么再从前向这个口，然后对接这个实验舱1从这上到也前向口进行对接，然后我们通过一个转位机构把它转位到侧向的，转位90度侧向的进行对接，这个对接就这以后的话呢，就形成了永久的停泊，叫侧向的停泊口。同理，在发射实验舱2也是从前向这个地方对接上来，然后再转90度到停泊口进行永久停泊，这样就构成了一个 T 字形的一个构型。
他们2个是同期发射还是
先后发射？先后发射，但是间隔很短。
那他们都是带着电池翼上来的？
对。他们都是可以是独立的航天器，可以独立的飞行和自主的交会对接能够对上去，跟空间站先期在轨运行的核心舱形成一个在轨的组合体了。
Let's take a look at the highlights from the launch of the Tianzhou-2.
此次发射取得圆满成功。